showtime. Woo, woo. Woo, 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 woo. Silent and profiling. Woo, woo, it's live and in color. Woo!
Welcome to the Mafia Sports Report on the Buffalo Fan Base Network. I'm your host, Tommy, to the highest degree, to the TOP, from the 313. And by my side is my main man, my toucan Sam, the one they call the Apex Man, Mr. Mikey. What's going on, brother?
Happy Monday, brother. We got a lot to talk about.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Obviously, got some people already in the chat. Chewy, cheers. Chewy is always up in the building, man. Cheers to you, Chewy. I appreciate you hopping on. And tonight, Mikey, we do have a special guest tonight. And I just want to run a little something here for you guys. In case you don't know who this is, I'm about to show you. DJ Stone 716 from Buffalo. What's going on, brother?
What's up? How we doing?
Hey, man, we're doing good. That's 10 in a row, by the way, guys. Preseason, not that it matters, but pretty cool. We've this is dating back since 2018, Mikey. So we are on a bit of a roll in the preseason. And usually teams that do good in the preseason don't usually do good in the regular season, but that is not the case for our Buffalo Bills, man. So let's get right into this. DJ Stone, man, let everybody know a little bit about yourself and how you became a Buffalo Bills fan, all that good stuff, man.
All right, so it dates back to my grandfather at the time. Sports wasn't really a thing in my house. It was more video games. But I remember my grandfather was always hiding. My grandfather Jack would always hide in the garage and the little mini TV he had out there. And Grandma was like, grandfather's in that garage again. And I would one time just sneak out there on a Sunday and was, playing outside. I'm like, Grandpa, what are you doing? And, he showed me, he was watching the team. He goes, you're going to see this team one day. And I'm like, okay, talk about it. And then from then on, he told me about it, explained it, and then just became a fan then and took me to my first ever game. I believe it was like the old school Rams back then, he took me to it was a cold game. That's all I remember. It was a very cold game. And we're in the 300 level of the stadium. And he's like, we can leave at any time. And then, he had his thermos back then. You can have your thermos and everything. And he's like, you can leave at any time. And I was like, no, I enjoy this. And now it's hip to me.
And what do you do? I know you're a DJ throughout Buffalo. So tell us a little bit about what you do as far as DJing goes, and
yes,
DJ for. I know you're buddies with Drip, right?
Yes. Drip Sanchez, a good friend of mine. Known him for over 10 years. Met him through the music industry. But I go by the name of DJ Stone. I DJ. I'm at every Bills tailgate DJing, Buffalo Sabre, anything Buffalo related. I'm signed by Buffalo DJ Pros. That's a radio station, so I'm signed with that. What else? This is my side gig. My DJing is what I love to do, and I picked it up less than over 5 years ago, and now I'm running with it. It just came hip to me, and that's who I am. You can find me on all social medias, and that's what I do. I love DJing and having fun, and I'm the life of the party.
Yeah. And he's a Buffalo Bills fan, diehard. So, what I mean? Like, if y'all need a DJ, if y'all need a DJ and he's repping the Bills Mafia, DJ Stone is the dude to get. Just a
That's
heads
right.
up. So y'all know where to contact him. We just told you.
Yes, and
DJ
we
Stone
and
716.
we just dropped a
Yep.
new flyer for the Bills tailgate. You could come in. We're running a special promo. If you want to book me now, you better book fast because the dates they're coming.
I think we thought we lost Mikey for a second. He'll be back,
Mm.
guys. So yeah, man, let's get into some Bills news here real quick. As you guys know, the biggest story of the day, which Chewy actually brung up, was Cody Ford being traded to the Arizona Cardinals for a 5th round pick. Cody Ford was the 2nd round pick. We all know that. We all know that Brandon Beane traded up to get Cody Ford in 2019. There is Mikey back. We all know that. Okay, that's not a any secret that Brandon Beane maybe messed up on that particular pick, but the NFL draft isn't perfect. You're going to make mistakes. No GM drafts perfect every single season. It's just not how it works. I don't think Cody Ford was a total bust either. Okay, for as much as I ragged on him, I don't think he's a total bust. I think he can turn it around a little bit for another team, and that's maybe the Cardinals. He actually was having a pretty good camp. I'm gonna turn it to Mikey real quick, because Mikey was a big of a Cody Ford fan, and this is affecting his day a little bit. He did go out. He went to Walgreens, got some tissues. Go ahead, Mikey.
No, we talked about this a lot, actually, Tommy. I'm going back and forth about Cody Ford. I've always been on the side, look at the positive upside that he brought. He brought versatility. The dude was Mahler in college. When he came in with Bobby Johnson, who he loved, who I didn't get the feel for Bobby Johnson. I think we talked about this a lot through all last year. I didn't think Bobby was a good fit for what we were trying to do offensively. And I felt like that really the tweener between starting him at right tackle, yanking him out of right tackle, putting him at left guard, then in right tackle, and the injuries, the guy just never found solid footing. The dude's super talented, and when we look at our offensive line, the way it's set up going into this year, we have Dawkins, we brought in Roger Saffold, who looked awfully good this last weekend. Then we re-signed Mitch. We re-signed Ryan Bates, and then we have Quessenberry and Brown. And Quessenberry can also kick down inside. So, if he's going to be our 5th guy and he can play 4 of the 5 spots, Cody Ford didn't have a future with the Bills moving forward. He's in his last year of his contract.
Yeah.
You get off of him, you get some kind of asset in return. That's what Beane does, better than anybody.
Best. Yep, the best at it. Stone, man, what's your thoughts on the Cody Ford trade?
Yeah, we talked about this before, but I thought he was all right. I feel like any offense or defensive lineman, the big guy spot is always hard, injury wise. It's always an up and down battle through anyone with injuries. You can have a good year 1 year and then go into the camp and be done for the whole next year, or struggle and have a pain there. I liked him personally. Seen him out a couple of times, barbershop, etc. I will say I'm gonna miss the guy. I think he was a good part. But I just think they could have got, better than nothing, like they said online, and which I believe. But 5th round, it could have got a little better.
I don't think they could have. He hasn't put in the tape out there.
No.
Injury history.
Injury history probably plays a lot into it. Also, I think they did him a favor. They sent him to Arizona, where his
100%.
college buddies are at. Could they have gotten more if they sent him to somewhere like Chicago, who's dire need of offensive line? Yeah, but the Bills tend to look out for the player as well. They want him to be happy, and even though he wasn't going to be part of the Bills, they still want him to succeed. It's just the culture that they have built. So they sent him out to Arizona, where his former quarterback and wide receiver are on that team.
Yeah.
It's a fresh start. It's a fresh start for him. I don't see him as a starter. I'll be honest with you. I see him more as a depth player, a rotational offensive lineman. He's good to have come in, and if a player goes down, I don't know if he'll ever be a true starter in this league. I could be wrong. And let's see what happens. It could be, Mikey. We don't know that. We don't listen. He was with Aaron Cromer. If Aaron Cromer really saw the potential, that he could potentially be a true starter, I would think he would have told Bean that. But like you said, maybe there's just too much depth on the offensive line. He had to go. But we'll see.
It was really they probably looked at the depth and said, who can we get something for? You know, they liked 2 or 3 guys. They thought they all kind of fit the same mold. Bean's like, okay, who has the most value? Like, that's what they did with Wyatt Teller. You know,
time will tell.
Bean's like, I messed up on that one and let him go, but really it was Wyatt Teller was the one who had the value, so that's the one he sent out.
Time will tell.
I think he's gonna fit Kingsbury's offense though. That air raid offense.
If he could stay healthy, Mikey. You got to remember that I don't remember him being healthy, right? Like he just doesn't.
First year that he's been healthy.
Yeah, right. Well,
and he looked good in the preseason,
but it hasn't gone yet. Like the season hasn't really, right? Like we'll see. You know, I can tell you this: it's a fresh start for him, like I said before, and he has to earn it now, right? He has to earn it. And good luck to you, buddy. I don't hate Cody Ford. Like he's not you know, an ex-Bill that I'm like, oh, I'm glad to see that. I hate that guy. You know what I mean? Get him off the team. He's just whatever for me. You know, he just didn't work out. You know, and that's going to happen. It's going to happen many times, guys. It's like there's no perfect draft. Also today, Tavon Austin, he got cut. Matt Hawk, he got cut, which we all knew. I said it last week. It wasn't like I'm a genius. We knew this was going to happen. But he got 1 punt in the preseason, I believe, right?
2.
Was his last?
He did.
Yeah,
he has.
You're right. He did the first game. You're right. The second game. So he got to showcase his awesome punting abilities for whoever's going to
2
pick
punts, 2 inside the 20, no return yards.
So if you're looking for a good holder and a 40-yard punter, then he's perfect. By the way, Nabel, I'm not sure if you're new to the channel, but welcome. Let's see. Eric coming in. The Bills have done an amazing job finding O and D linemen for cheap. Our line has to be better this year. Oh, hell yeah. Like this year, man, I'm telling you, man, this team, from what I see so far, has to be the most complete Buffalo Bills team I've seen since the early 90s. That's just my opinion. Mikey, what do you think? As far as
I agree. We'll hit this topic, and then I want to go back and talk a little bit about the 2 guys we released. I agree. From a whole team and depth perspective, this is the most complete team I've seen since those 90 teams as well. I thought in 2002 we had a really deep team. It just didn't play out right. I thought, that was more of a coaching staff and front office issue in 2002. We've had some really deep defensive teams, in the early teens, when we had Williams and Mario and Darius and those guys. But top to bottom, this is probably one of the deepest rosters in the NFL.
Yeah, no doubt. Stone, what you think about this, man? Most complete team. You've been watching a while now, so what your thoughts about it?
I'm looking in front of me as my first piece of autograph, Ryan Fitzpatrick jersey right in front of me.
There you go.
And I think it's complete. I have a lot of close friendship with the older guys, so these newer guys they don't know me. Like I haven't reached out and know them yet, but I think they're solid. What scares me the most? Missed tackles, we've seen it with time after time. What scares me the most, I think the coaching on both sides is phenomenal. The old guys got to teach the new kids. I think it's a solid put together team. We just got to make it happen. Like we really got to make it happen.
You want me to be completely honest about what scares me the most about this year?
Yeah,
McDermott's late game management.
Yeah.
It's the one area he hasn't been able to nail down yet. He's a lot like Josh. Every year he gets a little bit better at something. Like it's that's the area I need to see us get over, that late game management.
Right.
Yeah. I think I said that too. I remember
we talked about him being too conservative.
Yeah, and I also brought up many times that Sean McDermott's not a new coach anymore. Now this is what is I believe his 6th season with us now. Correct, Mikey? Am I wrong there?
Yeah.
5th or 6th?
Nope. You're 6th.
6th. Okay.
Yep.
So he's not a newbie anymore, but I kind of felt like, just like you said, Josh Allen, I've been saying it. He's gone through his growing pains, right? He's made some mistakes, and then next season he's cleaned that up. I feel like, playing it safe last season, the season before, in 2020 was a mistake. I kind of felt like he went away from that finally in 2021. I
Mhm.
kind of felt like he took more chances, and that was something he understands that you need to do in the NFL. You can't be conservative all the time. And he did that a lot early on in his coaching career. So he is definitely learning. But back on the cuts, I know you wanted to talk about it, Mikey. So
Yeah.
also talk. Go ahead and say
Yeah,
your shit.
and Alpha Rob, I agree with you. That's where I was kind of going. No more prevent defense with seconds left.
Oh,
We
Jesus.
also went out and drafted 2 physical press man corners. I don't think we're going to see that prevent defense with 13 seconds if Mahomes is getting the ball again. But anyways,
Yeah.
back to the 2-cut guy, Tavon Austin. We talked about this a little bit last week, Tommy, during our Friday night show. And we were talking about, what we see out of Tavon this week was going to make or break, if he's going to be able to stay on the team. I noticed he got 0 returns. The first person out on the kick return was Isaiah, and then went from there. And from the punt return, it was Khalil. So he had 2 catches. McDermott talked about him today and basically said the guy just couldn't stay healthy. Availability is key to them, and he wishes them the best. I can see him coming back to our practice squad if he doesn't land on another NFL team, because I think they liked him. They liked his veteran leadership. They liked his explosion. They loved what he was doing in minicamp. It's just he couldn't stay healthy during camp so far. So
no, he couldn't.
And then Hack, what can you say? The writing was on the wall when we drafted Ariza. He was the good citizen. He came in, he helped the young kid out. He got his little bit of money, extra. I think it was like $100,000 extra to stay on and help him out. We released him enough time to go out and try to catch on with another team. There are some teams out there who need punters, so he can probably have an opportunity to go out and look at it. But we appreciate everything that they've done, and good luck in the future.
I thought the writing was on the wall when Sean McDermott had his presser and end of season presser when he said he's a good holder, not a good punter. I said, okay, he's done with this dude. He's definitely looking for a punter, because if you tell a punter he's just good for holding the ball, that's not good. So
do you think his gambles last year when he started going on 4th down, do you think that was more of a issue because he didn't trust Hack, or do you think it's because he became more aggressive?
I remember fans were so pissed, Mikey, on Twitter when Hawk would shank a kick 10 yards or something. And I'm like, if people were
you can't have the noodle leg in the Buffalo weather.
Yeah, you can't, dude. People were so pissed, bro. I'm like, I don't blame them. But at that time, and I think we even went out and got a punter from Cleveland, I want to say, but we never used
him.
They
called
Australian
him the Hammer.
guy?
He was an Australian. They call him the Hammer. He never got in, but we tested the waters.
We did. I think that too is also was your your hint right there that this dude won't be back the following season. But I will say this: pretty smart of Brandon Beane to keep him around during mini camp and camp, for Punt God to kind of probably show him the ropes on holding, because I'm sure he did. So who else better than the guy that did it really, really well? So that was kind
best
of a
holder in the
genius
league.
move. Yeah, so that was kind of a smart move if you think about it. He waited all through camp, right? And then he finally cut him after preseason 2 ended.
But still gave him enough time to go find
Sure.
job.
Oh, 100%. Exactly, 100%. A lot of guys get cut late, and I'm sure he knew. He had to have known.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So
your thoughts there, Stone? Your thoughts on him?
On Tavon Austin?
Yeah.
Both, yeah.
I mean, well, the punter, I mean, he did his purpose. I mean, I'll say he'll still be here if we didn't pick up who we had to pick up and he wasn't available in the draft. I mean, but like Mikey said, you can't have a noodle leg in this Buffalo weather. You never know when it's going to rain. I don't know. I might go outside, it might snow, and then 20 minutes later, I might have to bring out the water hose again, the hose. Like, it might be hot. But Tavon Austin, I mean, I like his speed. I mean, I like what he did bring to a team. I think he'll land on a practice squad if he doesn't get picked up. I don't know. I liked him. I mean, that's one of the guys actually I liked. I'm when it comes to people, I like the speed, the agility, the jump. I like going to where your fundamental is, where your basics are. Before
The explosion, right?
yeah,
That
yeah.
explosion.
Yeah, like Isaiah. I'm mad he changed his jersey number because now I got to go get a new jersey. But like, I
I
like
know.
No,
I'm not used
all you
to
got to
it.
do is change the name on the back to Punk God, and you're good.
but I mean, the best thing I got out of the punter leaving is he left that number 3 open for Odell. So
Right?
Oh, I got
Right?
the
I
Odell
like
talk.
it.
You might get some heat. You might get some heat.
I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it as that. I
DJ
hope,
Stone might get some heat in this
I-
chat
I-
tonight, bringing up Odell.
I mean,
I'm with you on that one, brother.
he left that number open. There's a locker room now open also, so they're cutting down.
That's funny, man.
But
You never know.
I want a healthy, solid year. My opinion, only time Odell I think gets a spot if nobody picks him up, or other teams don't, if they pick up on injuries and they don't sign them, or if we get injury. I don't think.
Well, he won't be ready until like the last couple weeks of the regular season, and at
Exactly. I
that
don't
point,
think
he's going to
anyone's
know
rushing.
who those contenders are, and he's going to sign with the contender who can use it.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah,
let's be
no one-
perfectly
no one's
honest.
rushing.
If he was to come to Buffalo, which we would be in the running because we're one of those contenders, and Vaughn's here, who's one of his closest friends, it'd be one of those things like, okay, who's that last guy on our roster, right, in the receiving room? Is it Kumaro? Is it Hodgins? Is it Crowder? And what are they doing for us? Because at that point, can we slide Odell in? Because you're telling me we run a 4 wide receiver set,
right,
with Diggs, Davis, Odell, and then pick a receiver. I think by the end of the year it's going to be Shakir. Personally,
Mhm.
Me too. I'm a big Shakir guy now.
that kid is amazing. But you run a 4 wide receiver set with that, and then out of the backfield you can put Cook out of the backfield, you can put Singletary out of the backfield, you can put McKenzie in the backfield if you really wanted, and we can do a lot of weird stuff having those type of receivers on the field together.
Yep. Coming in, we got a super chat by Chewy. Always with the super chats. I appreciate you, brother. Coming in asking question for the 3 of you: what competition for a spot on the Bills is left for this Carolina game Friday? So I'll start with you, Mikey. What's the best competition right now?
DN5, CB2, and right tackle. I think those are and wide receiver 6. I think those are the main ones. So it's kind of, because I don't think the later we get, I really don't think Trey's going to start week 1. I'm starting to lean your way, Tommy. Finally. But seeing the young kids, I don't think we have to rush him back. I think they would have if we had to, but seeing how well Elam and Benford has played, and Dane Jackson looks like he's taken steps since last year as well.
100%,
He looked
100%.
great in that game. I think it's that CB2 spot. And I have a feeling if Dane Jackson is our CB1 to start the season, we're going to see a rotation between the 2 kids. Wide receiver 6, I think it comes down to Kumaro or Hodgins. I think Crowder showed enough. He's going to have a spot on this team.
He will.
Right tackle, Questenberry went out, started the game, but in the second drive, it was Spencer Brown with the ones. Spencer Brown was back at right tackle again today with the ones. I think that still up and open. I think they want Brown there, and they want to use Questenberry as our rotator, our swing, either guard or tackle, the first guy off the bench. Then we have DN5, and that's Shaq or Mike Love. I think Shaq has a stranglehold on it personally, but that one's there. I think that's about it.
Hater. We got a hater in the
Why?
Oh yeah. This guy here. Buffalo will never make a Super Bowl, not with the ass quarterback. Oh yeah, such an ass.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
But I don't even want to listen. I don't even want to comment on that because that's like so funny. It is kind of funny. I think you're just like, you got to be a comedian. I think, right?
You got to be a troll for that one.
Yeah,
just in here
he's
trolling
something.
people.
He's something, but he ain't no Buffalo fan. Get the out of here. So, DJ Stone, man, what's your thoughts about that on this Friday game, man? What competition you looking at?
Yeah, I actually have this down. I mean, right tackle, definitely. In my opinion, I feel like the defensive line is set. And I think like you got all the Middle linebackers, you're still solid. Left a lot, you're all solid there. I mean, I feel like there's a lot of marks on that offensive line, and then I'm liking the battle in the running back game right now. I'm liking the battle. Like they each, I think we got 4 solid running backs, but obviously you're gonna pick and choose. You know who they're gonna go with the first 2. I like them though. I mean, I know it was preseason. You got to see who got the 2 touchdowns. I have it all.
Raheem.
Yeah, Raheem.
In the first game, second
Yeah.
game, it was Duke Johnson got the 2 in the second game.
Duke Johnson. I mean, I feel like the offensive line is going to be a lot of cuts. Like you know how you come in and out. I think that's where the competition is, like the offensive line.
So, do you feel Shaq has solidified DN5, or do you think Mike Love has a shot at it?
No.
Okay.
I'm a big big fan
love
of
Shaq.
him. Yeah, I love
Shaq, but Mike Love has been playing his butt off.
He has. I feel like, how do I picture this? I feel like, because I know it's gonna happen. We know we all say it every year, but I feel like when that documentary comes out of that first Bills Super Bowl, a lot of people like Matt Barkley, Shaq, is gonna be that welcome home, welcome back, and then they come back. And
Jordan Phillips, Matt
Barkley. I think this is the welcome back when LeBron went back to Cleveland and won that championship. I think this is the welcome back. And like this is, knock on wood, no injuries, a solid year. Even I feel confident enough, even if there was an injury here or there, that next guy's ready.
Mm-hmm.
That next guy's ready. Like, God forbid nothing happens. I think we would have had a better coverage game. If Tre'Davious didn't go down last year, I think we would have been.
I think we won it all.
Yeah.
Oh, 100. We totally that game plan for Kansas City the first time in the regular season was exactly what we would have ran, I believe, in the playoff game.
Right.
But because Trey was out and they were limited with Levi Wallace, even though like Mikey totally hates on him.
Nope, I let that go. I buried the hatchet with Levi.
Okay,
I buried the hatchet.
But he still was a liability in that game because we were going against big time
fast
speed
receivers
in that game. Yeah, and Levi Wallace lacked the speed, so we had to play that zone type, soft type defense yet again. But I still think we could have played a little bit more physical. But whatever, that's going backwards. I will say, go ahead, DJ. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I think we see KC this year. I think it's going to be a blowout. He doesn't have his receiver, he doesn't have Cheetah. He don't have, he doesn't. I think we see it differently this year. I think we.
They're different.
I think you see a better Mahomes.
Yeah.
I think you see a better Mahomes than without Cheetah. He's no longer having to look for that guy. He's going to have to play more within structure. You can't just run around and let the guy get open. It's going to have to be more timing. If Pat Mahomes plays within structure of an Andy Reid system, he made freaking Donovan McNabb a borderline Hall of Famer. Imagine what he's going to do with a special talent like Pat Mahomes.
They still got speed. They still got some receivers that are really fast. So.
Sky, don't sleep on Sky Moore.
Right, Sky Moore. They got the other guy
Juju.
too. I forget.
They have Juju. They have Nicole Hardman.
Yes,
Hardman. Brought in MVS.
You got my my high school. One of my high school closest friends, Foster. I played with him in high school. He's on the team. He's third year. He sat down and won a free Super Bowl.
Yeah,
his rookie year. Yeah, he's a hometown kid.
Yeah. So as far as me, I'm going to piggyback off Mikey. The corners. I'm looking at the edge. I'm looking at. I feel bad for Blackshear because I will say, man, if it wasn't for Moss playing as good as he has been, I think Moss would have been the one we're talking about getting traded, and I truly believe that. But because Moss has really looked good, Blackshear is odd man out. You have we cannot keep that many running backs, and it sucks because he's actually a pretty good returner as well. It is interesting. Will they keep him just because of that fact? I doubt it.
You can't roster 5 running backs.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't. Who would they cut? Duke Johnson, I think, is a cut cash. I think they're going to cut Duke. And then you just got too many. You got Tywan Jones. You got Devin Singletary, Zach Moss. Who else am I missing there, Mikey, as far as running back?
You got Jordan.
Blackshear.
Cook.
Yeah, James Cook. Exactly.
Cook,
So
yeah.
they're not going to dress that many running backs.
And they're going to run the three. They're going to run the three, Singletary, Moss, and Cook. And then Taiwan Jones is a special teams guy. He hasn't played in the first 2 games. That tells you he is, he's been a healthy scratch. That tells you that he's going to be on this team. Sean McDermott is not going to have a veteran not play and have a chance to earn a spot and then cut him. It's not going to happen.
I'm going to throw this out there, and I'm going to say Duke for this question.
You think Duke gets cut tomorrow?
Yeah,
I don't because I don't think we're going to have very many people playing next week. We're in need
right, but you still got Blackshear out there that could get some playing time. See, I think Brandon Bean for a vet like Duke Johnson, he will cut early to give him an opportunity to get picked up. He's not like Blackshear. Blacks, by the way, once Blackshear gets cut, but I could be wrong. I'm just throwing that out there. I have no idea who they're going to cut. They could cut Joe Schmo. I don't know, but you know what I mean. But Blackshear, it sucks because he's played so well. Somebody's going to pick him up. He's not. He's not going to the practice squad. I highly doubt it. Like the chances are slim. Like I remember a running back a while ago that we had, and he went and played for the Lions. He wasn't bad, Mike. I forget his name. God, I forget his name. But he had a really good preseason for us. And it's the same thing. We cut him, and he got picked up instantly by the Lions, and he actually played okay. I forget his name, but a player that's performing well will usually get picked up right away. Yeah. I mean, I could be wrong, but we'll see. Now, as far as receiver goes, Kumero's interesting. I could see him being cut as well.
I can't see him being cut tomorrow. I think Kumero
not tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. I'm talking about cut. Just in general, definitely. But tomorrow, honestly, I
think it's going to be either one of the depth linemen, or it's going to be one of the depth corners. Someone like that, Ingram kid or Miller in the corners, or one of the Capras or someone like that.
Antonio Williams played well, but he didn't play as good as Blackshear has. I'm going to tell you that right now. He did not have a preseason like Blackshear's having. Blackshear has what?
You know what?
He's played very well.
I'm not expecting Blackshear to get picked up. I have a feeling he's going to make it back to the practice squad.
We'll see. We'll see. I hope so. Jeez, I hope so.
Yeah,
I really do. What's good, Austin, man?
There was another question.
Okay.
There was another question up here that I saw.
I'll go to it.
Questenberry. Spin came in and asked. It says, "Is Questenberry low key the most important free agent signing this offseason?"
Oh, okay.
I don't believe so. I think the low key most important signing, I think that's Daquan Jones and Tim Settle. The two big guys in the middle it frees up our DNs and our linebackers. The last 2 weeks, our linebackers have been running free, and that's because we have big dudes finally in the middle.
I initially had Crowder as that guy, but I have switched to Settle.
I would say Daquan. I think Daquan is
I mean Daquan too. I think either it could be a tie. Honestly, those two guys are monsters, man. Like
they're true one techs.
Yeah, like Brandon Bean. He going back to the whole Cody Ford thing on how mistakes are made, and listen, those mistakes were made on the D line, right? We can also say, oh, he signed this guy and that. What's the one guy he signed that we wind up letting go? They got a massive contract from us. He just got cut again. Mikey, we always talk about him on the D line.
Oh, Butler.
Yeah, Butler. That was terrible. That was a terrible signing. There was no way to get out. So there's mistakes that happen, but what does Brandon Bean do?
Murphy.
He says,
Trent Murphy.
Trent Murphy. Even Starr was kind of a disappointment.
Well, the first year of Starr was really good.
Yes, but then
he helped change the culture. Starr was never meant to be a superstar in our thing.
Right.
He ate big blocks as the one tech, and he helped the culture.
But
I hate these times of year. I hate to see him go.
But either way, he learned and he adjusted and he got look at the D line now compared to the D line before. Weight, the youth. I mean, it is changed, man. So I can't wait. And not only that, you got Gregory Rousseau who's learning, who's going to only get better. So man, our D line is nasty, man. And then
AJ Epinesa looked good last week.
Yes, the rotational guys coming in are nasty, man. So let's get on that preseason game real quick, Mikey.
Before we do that,
ahead,
Chewy comes in and asks, what offseason pickup makes the biggest difference? Von Miller. Von Miller. You know what? I take that back.
Yeah.
Aaron Cromer.
Yeah, yeah. That's an interesting
Did
question.
did anybody watch Josh stand in the pocket,
Yeah.
do a
Go up.
360, and not get touched?
Yeah,
He
who
was
didn't
running
see
for
that?
his life
He's got
last
a lot of
year.
time this year. He's gonna have some time. He's gonna.
Aaron Cromer is probably the lowest. I mean, if you're looking at marquee name, I would say Von Miller because what he's done with that defensive
Player?
line
Yeah,
is
yeah. I
from a
agree
player
with that.
standpoint. But low key, the biggest change we made, Aaron Cromer.
100%. 100%. I said that too a while ago.
You said that with the day we signed him.
Yeah. Cromer was.
You
I knew,
texted me the day we signed him.
Yeah.
All excited.
I was mad excited because I remember him when he played when Richie was here, and that offensive line was nasty. Everywhere this guy's gone, his offensive line has been usually top 5 or top 10. I think he was offensive line coach of the year one season. The dude is legit. Bobby Johnson, me and Mikey, we talked about this last season. We were done with Bobby Johnson.
In the middle of the season?
Yeah, in the middle of the season. We were done with him. Like, he just did not do anything to improve the young guys, didn't do anything to improve the vets. He was a big reason why Teller was traded. He was part of the reason.
You saw sloppy fundamentals from the linemen too, and run fits. You know what? Cover One did a fantastic. I think Eric from Cover One did a fantastic breakdown of this last game, and he showed the run fits about the dual blocks, the double block, and then into the shed into the second level.
Yeah,
and he showed the difference of what it looks like under Cromer versus what it looked like under Bobby Johnson. It is night and day.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. Also, too, I got to throw this in there, even though some of you guys may love the guy or hate the guy, whatever. Dable leaving, like, I think is a step forward. I'm going to be honest with you. I think Dable held back this offense, if anything. I think with Dorsey coming in and calling plays now, you're going to see a much more balanced, I believe, offense overall, especially with the additions of Cromer, and then you got
Shula.
the additions and Shula, and then there's another coach that I'm missing there, Mikey.
The new quarterback coach. I can't think of his name off the top of my head.
Brady. Yes, Brady. Yeah. So, bro, we improved on coaching altogether.
Yeah.
Like, in my opinion. Now, some people might say, "Oh, Brian Dable." Like, listen,
Brian Dable was great for the Bills.
Yeah,
he really was.
I think he was. He's one of those guys. He came in. I think he did what he had to do, but I think we needed to make that extra step. And I think this was it. I think him leaving and Dorsey being stepped up, and then us getting new coaches now, I think that put us to the next level, in my opinion.
It's all about being able to evolve, right? Exactly. And Dable was great for the 4 years he was here. He evolved. He's a head coach.
He wasn't great. Great.
Like what he did for this offense though was night and day compared to what we saw previous to him getting here. And I saw him get better, a little bit better every year. He evolved also as a play caller. What he meant to Josh and the freedom that he had with those offensive guys and setting up the system was fantastic. I think with Ken Dorsey and Brady and Shula and Cromer all here, putting their brains together, we're going to see this offense take another step. It's evolving. We're not going to see the 2020 or 2021 offense. We're going to see a brand new 2022 offense.
Yeah, I just felt like
I saw screens this preseason.
Yeah, I felt like with Dable, like, and it's something that it may never change with him. It's just his stubbornness to stick with his play calling.
Correct.
Like he hates to make a change. His in-game adjustments were probably the worst in the NFL, in my opinion.
Yep.
That's why if you ever watch a lot of these games dating back when Dable was here, second half usually were bad. Why? Because defensive
start of the second half.
Yes, the start of the second half, correct. Because usually defensive coordinators adjusted. Brian Dable stayed in his ways. He stuck with the system, and it backfired a lot. Sometimes it didn't, but a lot of times it did. Also, he just couldn't keep the pedals on the metal. A lot of times he started running heavy at the end. Like, I don't know. There was a lot of negative, but there was also a lot of positive. I'm not going to totally take a shit on him, but I'm just glad Dorsey now is calling the show.
I think, and in my opinion, this year we with the new coaching and all that, I think we get off to that strong start. driving, scoring, driving, scoring. And then we adjusted the second half, depending on how the game's going. And, you could, let other, because I think we're going to be that power start all team. Like you see KC, the first 3 drives go down, boom, boom. And then they just kind of put the pedal on the brakes and then work on this in the middle of the game work on this, work on that. I think we come out strong until a team with a better defense can just adjust to it, or, after a couple games, watch film. Oh, well, they're coming out doing this. I think it's going to be a college score year for us. I think we're going to have some big score. And I think this year when I play the numbers, I'm going to play high numbers this year.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't got no 3s and 9s. I don't think no field goals or none of that. I think there's going to be touchdown to, in my opinion, 14-point to 21-point leads this year. I think we're going to.
I do. We scored just a shade over 28 last year.
Yeah.
I think we're going to be in the 30s this year.
Yeah.
On average. I also see us having a better run game. If you've watched anything from this preseason, one thing I take away, even against the Colts, who have a fantastic defense, and they played their starters, and that that includes Buckner was out there. The only one that wasn't was Leonard, and he's more of a playmaker than a run stuffer. And we were gashing them in that first set with backups. It's the system. You're seeing holes created. You're seeing the backs hit the holes. And we have a 3-headed monster that's going to be dangerous this year. So, although we love to see Allen throw, and he still will, we're gonna see a more consistent run game. So Allen doesn't have to be our running game, which is going to be awesome.
A little bit more well-rounded offense than years past. Real quick, I do want to talk about this preseason game because we were talking last week, and I brought it up, but I wasn't fearful. But I did say Case Keenum needed to have a better game just so we can go, okay, you know what? Case Keenum's that's what we want to see as a backup. And Mikey, he had a pretty damn good game, 16 of 18 for almost 200 yards. What's your thoughts of Case Keenum, man? Locked and
I was excited to see Case, and really I was excited to see all of them. It gave me shades of that Patriots game. First 6 drives, 6 touchdowns. And the one time we didn't, we punted, it was 4th and like a foot. And McDermott punted only because he wanted to get a punter out there, and we were already smashing them in the preseason. There's no point in going for it. In the regular season, McDermott goes for that, and we may have been on the way for another perfect game. But it was great to see Keenum look like the Keenum that I was expecting to see when he got in. You have to remember, Tommy, me and you got into that disagreement over who was better, Bridgewater or Keenum, and I took Keenum all day long.
You did. I think they're even. I did show you the stats. They're very, very even.
They're very. It was actually, it was much surprise. I didn't realize Bridgewater was as good as he was.
Yeah.
I was actually impressed with Bridgewater's numbers and the consistency. Bridgewater's also played on some pretty bad teams.
Oh, dude, yes.
To where he's had to carry it. He hasn't had a lot of weapons. Right. Because even that year in Carolina, they got off to a good start, and then McCaffrey went down. McCaffrey was 90% of that offense. When McCaffrey went down, the offense bogged down. That wasn't on Bridgewater.
Exactly.
So I don't want to cut you guys off. So who do you guys think, in your opinion, who's going to back up Allen?
Oh, Keenum.
Okay. I think Barkley's going to be a practice squad QB3.
Okay. 100%. That's not even.
I'm the opposite. I don't know. I like Mark Barkley.
I do too, but
year.
He doesn't have the arm though.
I feel he doesn't.
The problem is, and let's say God forbid he had to come in. It's late in the season, even a couple games. He's just his arm strength, especially in Buffalo, is just not. No. It's not good. He'll make that play here and there, that floater. That's what he does. He does a lot of floating passes, but that'll catch up real quick on a winning game. He's a pretty float. He does. Oh, he has, bro. It's really nice. I'll agree with that, but he's not. Case Keenum is well more proven than Barkley. If you look at Barkley's career stats, he's like
I just feel like Keenum throws too many interceptions.
No. Keenum's
no. If you go back and look at and look at it, Keenum actually doesn't throw a bunch of interceptions.
No.
If you go back and look at week 1 of the preseason, one of the interceptions went off of Crowder's hands. He should have had it. Really, only one of those turnovers was on Keenum. And that was the bad back shoulder fade throw he had to Hodgins down the sidelines after we got it.
Two interceptions,
Yeah.
86 yards.
But if you go back and look at him, the one thing about Keenum is he doesn't turn the ball over. He's smart. He'll take the check downs.
Yeah.
He'll move the offense. He'll play within the system.
And he's been a starter.
He's a professional backup quarterback.
Okay. It's sorry to say that knock on we won't have to see the backup.
Yeah. No, exactly. I don't unless it's a blowout or week 18. You know what I mean? Where
Keenum and Barkley, because I have a feeling Barkley's gonna end up on our practice squad.
Yeah.
They love what he has in the room. He knows the system. And it's gonna be one of those things of they're there to help Josh, and that's two voices more that Josh really enjoys.
100%. By the way, Bills fan 1970. Don't be surprised if Bills finish the year in top 3 in rushing. I think they finished last year in the top 10. Believe it or not, because of Josh Allen, a lot of it. Also, Devin Singletary had 870, I want to say. So I believe Devin Singletary, in my opinion, because of this improved offensive line, because of Aaron Cromer, he's going to get over 1,000 yards. I really, truly believe that. That's rushing. I think he'll have about probably 1,300 total yards, 1,250 around there, which is a really good season for Motor. And me and Mikey talked about this, and we think Moss is going to get probably what? What do you think Moss will get, Mikey? About 500-600 somewhere around there?
I think Moss is going to be closer to the 4. Okay. But he's gonna have close to double-digit touchdowns.
I say
yes, goal line.
You're gonna see him short yard and goal line is where Moss is going to eat.
I can see that. You're right. I could definitely see that. James,
barring an injury to Singletary, if Singletary gets hurt, I think you'll see Moss have more yards. But if all three stay healthy, I think he's gonna sit around between 400, around 400, and he's gonna have close to double-digit touchdowns.
I
have to step away for 1 second.
Yeah, go for it. Stone, man, what you think about the running back Singletary? You think he's going over 1,000?
Motor, I'm not gonna lie. I think Motor's gonna hit 15.
Damn.
He's gonna have a good year. I think
if he hits 15, he is gone for sure. By the way.
Oh yeah, I know.
Even though he's a free agent. We ain't resigning him.
I think you got Dion out there on that left side, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and
Staffel.
Yeah, and I think he likes in between them. He doesn't like up the gut. He likes he doesn't like to go outside. He likes that left in between those two. They bounce out. He goes in. I think you see a lot of highlights of him breaking some ankles, little spin moves. I don't think we, unless someone goes down, I don't think we see a lot of, and unless Josh has to run, I don't think we see him run a lot like we used to. I don't think we see him break out.
They're going to limit that. They're going to limit that. They're going to.
Why? Because in my opinion, through the preseason, you've seen other rookie quarterbacks, Justin Fields, that got popped. Knock on wood, he's not injured. I think there's a lot of teams again secretly. I think they're trying to put bounties out again. They're trying to injure key people. There was a one game where it says the one guy. I was watching a highlight of, I think it was the Raiders game. The one guy came in and they clipped him. It was a clip play and they didn't call it. I just feel like there's a lot of that going back again, like a lot of that key, like, we want to
maybe, but there's a lot of rule, like they protect the quarterback even when they're running.
They didn't protect Justin Fields when he got hit in the preseason game. He got smoked.
But hey, if you're a runner,
same with Jalen Hurts.
But if you're sliding, that goes to show you how. Listen, Josh Allen has improved with the sliding.
And he knows how to protect it.
Now he'll still, if it's 4th and 1, you better believe he's not going to slide. He's going to definitely try to chuck you over for that 2 yards, 3-yard gain, whatever he needs. But he has definitely improved on getting out of bounds more when he's running to the side. He's improved on sliding more. So, but to what you were saying, 100%, they are trying to dial back Josh Allen's rushes.
Yeah.
I think Josh Allen, they'll make it more as if he sees an opening, then he has a decision to go. That's where Josh Allen is at his best.
Designed runs.
Right. The design, especially the quarterback draws, like those are terrible. Like, gotta get rid of those.
And
I don't mind
formation.
I don't mind
this year.
I don't mind the outside runs when they're designed because we have the offensive linemen to do those. and usually he.
Oh, the
and
Josh
listen,
sweeps when he sends
yes,
the running
the
back
Josh
out in front of
sweeps.
him too.
Exactly. Then you got the sideline to work with if he wants to get out of
He can
bounds. It's a
slide.
little bit more. Yeah, it's safer up
Yeah.
the middle. You got a lot of big bodies up there, man. They're not going to be nice. They're gonna jump all over you on the pile. F that, dude. Stop doing that. Do it when it's not designed. If you see it, go. I have no problem with that.
Right.
But yeah, that's why I think the running backs will get a little bit more love than what you've seen years past under a Davis.
And I think
system.
a lot of people on Twitter, mostly because you're gonna see a lot of, and mark my words, I know this is gonna happen. They're gonna be like, wow, the Bills have that run, like, because they're used to Josh running. They're gonna be like, wow, he has that run game. The Bills have that run game. Like we're gonna see. What are you guys going with on? You got 4 downs. What are we throwing? What are we running? You run it on the first or the second?
Depends on situation.
Okay.
I think we'll see a lot more runs early in the game on first down.
Mhm.
And then I see them once they establish it, they're going to use the play action, and that's where Josh is dangerous.
Yeah, he'll light you up.
I could see a lot more first, second down runs, and this year than we have in the past. I can also see us throwing to open up the run as well, depending on the opponent.
Yeah.
Week 1, knowing that they have a really good D line, you might see some more exotic stuff. But then when we go to to week 2, it's going to be a game by game setup and game plan. So I don't think it's just going to be like, okay, first, second down we run, third down we throw. I think they're going to throw the kitchen sink at them. You're going to see a lot of different personnel. And you're going to see what's going to look like one play is going to be something else. And then you're going to say, okay, I like that play. We're going to run that from a different personnel, though. So you're going to see a lot of those type of things. I'm so excited about this season. I'm so excited.
Real quick, too, guys. So kick return or punt return, I didn't want to get into that real quick because now that we got rid of Austin, and I did see McKenzie return a kick. So that is interesting. So I almost think they are testing the waters again with McKenzie returning.
Only kickoffs.
On kickoffs. Exactly.
Yeah.
But he did have a problem with kickoffs as well last year, where we all know what happened. So it looks like they're maybe putting that trust back into McKenzie. And maybe McKenzie's saying, hey, trust me, I could do this. Punt return. Man, I'm leaning towards Shakir right now. He's just the safe bet.
He's the leader. He's in the leader in the clubhouse right now.
Yeah,
he's so much like Micah Hyde in the secure punt. If you block it up, he'll make a return. Yeah. He's not going to be that explosive return guy, but he's about as sure-handed as they can. When he ran up to catch that one, most of our returners would have let that bounce and roll in with inside the 10. He ran up and caught it with no problems.
Yeah. With guys right all around him. The punt returns, man, I would not want to do it because there's guys gunning for your head, man, and they are there on your ass. I mean, I would not. That's a dangerous.
I feel like that's
job.
I think I would want that job. The kicker. I don't know.
You'd be prepared to get lit up because some of these guys get lit up.
Because I remember that was one thing. Like in high school, that's the first thing they wanted me. They're like, hey, and my first game ever, I'll never forget this. And I ran that sideline. I thought, I got the wind knocked right out of me. Hit as hard as possible. I'm only 5'8" at the some kid just destroys me, and I'm like gasping for air, like what just hit me? That was the first football thing I've ever done. I'm like, but I don't know. It's just you feel good about it, but not when it's rain. We're in Buffalo. It's raining. It's snowing. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Now that is a good, actually great point. Yeah. So we've seen Khalil Shakir so far, but not in rain and punt, not in rain and snow. I mean,
hopefully we've seen him in the heat. We've seen him in the heat. That's it.
Hopefully we get some raining this weekend. Maybe we.
We'll know then. So, but as far as Khalil Shakir, I mean, I had him as the Bills steal of the draft for the Bills. Mikey, you still going with that? He is looking.
Oh God, yes.
Solid.
God, yes. The punt returning was an added bonus.
Right,
to him being how sure-handed he is. Coming out of the draft, Tommy, we did that draft mock draft special.
We did.
And I told you his game out of Boise reminded me so much of Bobby Trees.
Yeah.
You know, the way he moves. He's not quite as big. I think Woods is a little bit taller than he is, but his nuanced route running, how sure-handed he is.
You want to know who he reminds me of?
His yards after catch, by the way.
Yeah.
You want to know who he reminds me of? And he's gonna. Because I hate to see the guy go. He reminds me of Lil Beasley. He's got that quick. He's small.
But Beasley didn't have good yards after catch.
No, he didn't.
Khalil Shakir, if you watch some of these preseason games,
Mm-hmm.
he gets the ball and he has very good yards after catch. He'll make a guy miss. The thing with Beasley was he was great at getting open, and he had a very good thing with Josh. Like Josh trusted him. Like he was always available when the play was his way. But that was it. He was going down right away. Like
they run the same way. Like the way they run, it looks like Beasley the first year with the number 10 on running. Mm-hmm. But his game is so similar to the way Robert Woods is.
Yeah.
You know, the way they move him in, use him to, you know, to crack down on linebackers, fill up through the hole, sure-handed. He's quicker than fast.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And you know, and that run after the catch, that's a trait, you know. That's
100%.
Not everyone has that. That's just a trait. That's a true skill.
Right.
And he's got that, you know, knack to put his foot in the ground and cut back to get going quick. So
and the sure hands, hands of receiving. That's what led him to punt return.
Mm-hmm.
That every ball he gets, he's catching. And if he could do that as a receiver, they're testing the waters on punt returns, and so far he is doing an excellent job. So, real quick, guys, NFL Top 100. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention.
Yeah.
But so far, we got 4 players. So Von Miller coming at 93. I thought that was a little low, but and then coming in at number 50, Micah Hyde, Jordan Poyer 45, and then Stephon Diggs at 26. And his brother was ahead of him. Mikey, your thoughts on this top 100?
I love it. You know what I was telling me? Mac Jones came in at like 80 something. And Vaughn comes in at 93. You know what? Keep stacking those chips on the Bills' shoulder. I'm hoping Josh falls outside the top 10 and we just go on and smash everybody.
No, Josh ain't. I'm going to be honest.
I hope I would be
shocked.
I
think Josh Allen lands in the top 5.
Oh, I do too. He should.
Possibly top 3. In my opinion,
I truly believe he should. However, you know, I mean, they dropped Diggs was 11 last year.
That's crazy. I know.
He went from 11 to 26.
I know. I think honestly, that's crazy. But I think the crazier ones.
Derwin James ahead of him.
I still think the crazier ones.
Derwin James didn't play half the season last year.
No, I agree. These are players. Listen, these are player votes, right? Supposedly, right? I am just shocked they had Mac Jones ahead of Von Miller. Like, I am just really surprised. Like, that was the most surprising.
I'm surprised Mac landed on the top 100
at all. Right? I'm not saying he's bad. It's just already, and he was okay last season.
Yeah,
he was all right. I mean, really better than Von Miller? I don't think so. Von Miller won a Super Bowl, contributed. He was one of the best edge rushers in the playoffs.
Hard to take a top 100 serious if that guy's coming in at 85.
Oh my god!
I don't agree with all the votings. Like, I don't know. I think I'm always that person. Like, it's fixed or something, or just
you
like me,
like
trying to tell a story.
Like I'm the Madden guy. Like, I bought the new Madden. You know, the ratings are horrible on some of these players. Like. I mean, they got to make money EA, but it's like
same damn game for anybody.
Just update a roster. Just an updated roster.
A couple
they got me again for $70.
They got me for 100. Ultimate Team. But but I didn't pay it though. If you're a Bills season ticket holder or a season ticket holder of any franchise, you get a free copy.
Oh, nice. Okay.
That's new this year, right?
Yeah, you had to claim it before the August. I think it was like 14th or something. You had to claim it on your thing. Yeah.
Just a heads up for all you young bucks. 2K,
don't buy.
2K was the best football game ever, and it was $20 brand new.
The best football game ever.
2K, 2K5.
Tecmo Bowl.
I'd have to go with, in
No,
my
that was the
opinion,
most funnest. That was the most funnest.
the most.
overall.
I would have to go with
Okay.
Blitz Delete.
Oh,
Blitz,
funnest.
Blitz.
Yeah. But I'm talking about like, bro,
Oh, yeah,
they had
2K,
the
yeah.
halftime. They had the halftime report with Chris Berman. They
Yeah.
would show you the highlights of
Oh
other
yeah,
games.
yeah.
Dude, like
the most
like Madden-
realistic game was the
Yes,
2K
most
game.
realistic. The
Yeah.
tackling looked
They were
good.
supposed to buy it back, and I don't know what happened. with
NFL
that.
has a contract with
Yeah.
EA.
And it's not. It's,
EA.
yeah, NFL and the PA have it. EA ponied up more money, and that's what happened.
The bigger bank wins.
Yep. You know, I think you know, Ice Cube said it best. Big bank takes little bank.
Yeah.
Yep. So other than that, as far as the rest go, Hyde and Poyer, you like that spot? You think that's fair enough for them, guys?
Yeah.
If they can stay healthy.
50 and 40.
Could they have been higher? Because I saw some other safeties on there.
yeah.
They could have been. But you know what? The fact that they're getting the recognition, I'm happy with. They're both
Oh,
top
Yeah,
50.
about damn time.
Yeah, they're
100%.
both top 50.
Now I know Micah Hyde got on there before when he was
Yeah.
first with us. I think his first.
Well,
season
he was
with us,
second team All Pro his first year with us.
Yeah,
see-
yeah. So,
I think this time around next year you'll see a lot of more guys on there.
but this is Poyer's first year. I think it's
Well,
Poyer's
yeah.
first time being on the top 100, if I'm not mistaken.
He was first team
So-
All Pro.
Yeah, you got to put him there. So Mikey, Friday we go against the Panthers. I want you to dive into it, man.
Yeah, so we go into our final preseason game.
86 degrees. I just looked it up.
86,
Sunny, yeah.
86 and sunny.
Yeah.
Nice.
So let me start with this. Do you guys expect any starters to play at all?
No.
I say the first drive.
Yes. I take it back.
First drive.
Punt God. We'll
Punt God and Bass, right? Punt God and Bass. First team, special teams will play.
I think the one drive in.
I don't think so. And
I
here's
don't
and
think
I'll
so
tell you
either.
the reason why I don't think so. We're going on the road. If it was at home for the third preseason game, I would say yeah, they can control it. Going on the road, I bet you anything that it's going to be backups. It's going to be we won't see Morris, we won't see Dawkins. We'll probably see Spencer Brown, we'll probably see Questenberry because they're still working those two back in.
You said Mitch Morse, right?
No, we probably won't see Mitch Morris.
Nope.
I don't think we see Morris, Saffold.
Yeah. While we're on
Mikey,
there,
you want to?
yeah,
Mikey, you want to answer that question real quick?
Oh, yeah.
from Chewy?
Sorry, real quick. Yeah, during the training camp, Mitch Morris, he gave me this.
Oh, this
Oh,
guy with all the
nice.
goodies. This guy with all the
Nice.
He gave me that in a selfie. He wouldn't give me his glove or nothing. He told me you have to be 5 and under.
You
Yeah,
tell him you just look old.
I like that. I like
Yeah.
that. Josh is
He's
the
like-
same way.
He's like,
Only
yeah,
for kids.
that's all.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, I'll give you this.
Hey,
He
I'll
said,
take anything.
He said it's sweaty. I was like, I'll let it air dry.
Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome.
Mikey, you want to answer Chewy's question?
Yeah, who's been the nicest surprise so far?
Shakir.
Christian Bedford. Christian
God,
Bedford.
man, Mikey. I was about to say Shakir.
I think
Benford's been the nicest surprise.
Yeah,
like I knew
gotta-
what Shakir was coming in.
Right.
Benford
exactly.
has just been
Bro, I got to agree with
Out
you,
of left
Mikey.
field.
Like I was about to say
Okay.
Shakir, and Mikey is right because Shakir, I said, was the steal of our
Mhm.
draft. So I shouldn't be shocked that he's playing very well. Christian Benford, who I kind of honestly, guys, I forgot about. I'm not gonna lie. 6th round.
you were like,
pick. I
who's
kinda-
this guy? When we drafted him.
What, is he UDFA? Who is this guy? So no, I was like, but I told you last week, Mikey. We hear this a lot in camp, right? Guys playing so good in camp, and then when the game time starts, he's nowhere to be found, or he's not doing what he's been doing in camp. This guy's doing exactly what we've been hearing about, and that's unbelievable because usually that's not how it works, right?
Right.
Like we get all hyped up about touchdown Jesus and all that. Listen, guys, it's a name. He is not touchdown Jesus. He's far from it. Punt God is the punt God, okay?
Yeah.
But touchdown Jesus, not touchdown Jesus. He could. I don't
You
even
think
know if
Punk
he'll
guy will do that type of punt in the snow?
Yes.
I think he'll do a line drive. Yes, it'll
I
go
don't
far.
think so.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I know so. It'll go further than the
I
other guy
believe in
punting on
him.
the
I
other team.
believe in
he's,
him. I
kicking,
just
he's kicking that rock.
yeah.
You know what it is about Punt God though? He is just an athlete. Like
Yeah.
he's a physical. This dude can kick field goals like 60, 65 yards. That's all. Like, and that's another good thing me and Mike were talking about. God forbid if one game, and it can happen, Tyler Bass hurts his leg or something crazy for that game.
Yeah,
warming up.
hamstring. It's always the hamstring.
Yeah. Bro, you got a punter who can kick field goals and deep. Oh, okay, cool, perfect. So it's a win-win, man. That
It's
guy.
like cutting back on waitresses. You could cut the kicker and have a kicker.
We have a kicker and punter in place for the next how many seasons? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we're set. So, anyways,
They're
I
young.
go back on that. I'm gonna piggyback off Mikey Benford. Is just man. I can't say enough about his play, man. He's just been a dog.
He's
out
been
there.
probably the biggest surprise.
What
to
about
me.
you? What about you, DJ? What you think, man?
Just because I take that 2-hour drive to each of the practices up in Rochester. My surprise, I knew he was gonna be. I'm gonna go with my favorite so far, and will be my favorite, even more of my favorite when I get the jersey when it comes. Elam. I love Elam.
Oh,
I just think
Elam.
he's jawing with Diggs. He's jawing with Diggs.
Don't you think he had the hype around him to just truly call him the surprise?
I mean, I felt we were getting someone else. I didn't think we were gonna go for him.
Oh, so did I. I thought we were getting.
I actually had to go watch tape real quick after
Clemson.
they said his name.
I'll tell you, we did a draft show, and I told Tommy, because Tommy talked about Elam on the draft show, and I'm like, listen, he doesn't fit our scheme.
Yeah,
he's a press man corner, and that was my concern with Elam.
He reminded me of like a Ramsey, like.
Yeah, he's a press man guy. But you know what I didn't take into account was we wanted to become a versatile defensive scheme. That they wanted to get away from just straight zone. They want to be able to play the man to man. So when we go against those guys, and he's big enough to drop him down on Kelsey if we need to.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
he
has the size.
TGFK.
Yeah, thank God for Cromer.
I think I really, I'm strong with him. I just feel like some of these. Only thing I would say that Elam doesn't have that I would like the weight. I think some of these guys are going to push him over. Some of these receivers are.
I don't think so.
No.
He. Listen, if they feel like his weight will be is going to be an issue later on, they'll have him gain weight. But he's been a physical corner throughout his career in college.
Yeah.
That is his game. He wasn't getting pushed around in college, so the likelihood of him now coming to NFL and all of a sudden he's just getting pushed around, probably going to be slim to none. That's not his game. If they, like I said, if they feel like that is a problem, his weight, they'll have him gain 5 pounds or something. Like that's not going to be a problem. But no, that's I actually love that he's physical.
Yeah.
And I think there was somebody who got a penalty. Might have been Benford this last game, and I'm like, okay, that's okay.
Yeah,
I can deal with that. I'm okay with that. Like once in a while,
illegal contact.
Don't
get punked.
Right,
get physical with the guy.
100%.
Yeah,
like don't make it don't keep doing it.
I like the physical times, like with Jerry Hughes and all. I like the physical. I like that.
Let's look back at last year, right? That's the way Baltimore plays defense. Their corners get really physical with them, and they never get called. We could go back to that Tampa Bay game. They pulled Stephon down in the end zone and didn't get called. We now have some dogs out there who are physical press man guys when we want to do that. We didn't have that before. We were strictly zone guys. Right. I love that because Benford's the same way. Benford could play that press man too.
Yeah.
He's 6 foot, 202, 201, something like that. So he's a big body guy as well. So,
and I think we like Mike said earlier to start the show about Trey. I told you guys, I didn't see him coming back.
He's not. I expected him to be back by starting to ramp up, and he hasn't yet.
It's a listen. I told you guys,
I think he might. I think he's gonna be.
That injury is tough, dude.
I'm gonna go against. I think he'll be back sooner than expected.
No,
I don't think he goes on the pup. I don't think we IR him. I just don't think he's gonna be ready for week 1.
I don't think so either.
No,
I really don't. I think you're gonna see him more like me and Mikey kind of talk. I think more like game 2, 3 maybe, and I think it'll be one of those things where they kind of push him in slowly, and then he just because listen, he's missing a lot, missing camp, right? He's all he's doing is rehabbing.
And now just a question: going into week 1, he's not ready. Obviously, it makes a impact. We lost him for the second half of the year. Could have won the Super Bowl. What happens? Do you really? You got to add. These guys have to step up. But if he is healthy, do you let him? Give him a little rep, the first couple reps of defense. If not, sit him on a sideline. Do you put him in to see how he reacts to the game.
McDermott is
I know
very,
he's
very,
strict.
very picky about
He's
player
not putting him in.
injuries.
He's not putting him in a preseason game. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
No.
That's and he's in week 1. He would have to. I'll be honest with you.
He would have to practice all week.
He would have to practice all week, and go hard in practice. I'll be honest with you, like really go hard, because I'm gonna tell you right now, if he starts week 1, they are going to go after Trey right away. They're going to want to see if he's ready, because it's mental too, guys. It's not just physically.
Right.
You know what I mean? And mentally, he's going to have. Is he right? We'll find out. He hasn't gone against anyone. He hasn't even gone. He hasn't played in camp.
Yeah.
We don't know that.
He's not even going through individual drills yet.
Right. So like I kept telling everybody, slow it down a little bit. I know it's promising when they say he's on the right track. That means nothing.
But we still are a couple weeks away from season. So
we are. I just don't want no. Yeah. I just don't want.
I'm leaning more your way, Tommy. I'm leaning more your way.
But I will say this: Dane Jackson has really looked good as well. In the second game, I thought Dane Jackson played well. And I thought I love the 2 rookies, and I love Micah Hyde and Jordan Poyer. I think we're very good. I think we have a very good corner room to hold down the spot while Trey is getting back. Yeah. I'm not worried at all. Do you think
we're gonna finish that? Us go top 5 this year again, defensively.
Defense? Oh God, yes.
Oh hell yeah. Yeah, that's not.
Honestly, I think
back to back one
is going to be.
Yeah, 1.
I don't know if we'll be 1. We have a tough schedule, but I think we finished top 5. But I think this team's defense will be better than last year.
Yeah, I would say top.
Yeah, I'd say anywhere 3 to 5. Yeah. I don't see us coming in at 1 because of our schedule, but I think it's going to be a better defense.
I think we do. I think we do come in at 1. I think we're in AFC. I think we're in AFC East. We play both teams twice. We own Miami. We own New England.
Right.
We own the Jets. I think those are games that.
My question: do you see
dominate?
more? Do you see the defense doing more fumbles or more interceptions?
We are not primarily an interception team. That we haven't been like through the years. I gotta say,
I say more fumbles than interceptions.
Yeah, so I would say more takeaways for
sack fumbles.
Yes,
we're going to see a lot more sack fumbles.
I do, but me and Mikey talked once again. Guys that are rushing to the quarterback, stop going so deep out.
So wide. Stop giving up that step up lane.
My God, you're going like you're giving the quarterback all this room, man.
If you watch that game, and it was Mike Love doing it over and over and over, Shaq would push in and collapse the pocket. Mike Love would try to go up and around the guy, which opened up, and then they would come out. But yeah, you saw that a lot this week. But you have to remember, we also didn't have a lot of group. We didn't have Vaughn yet,
Nope.
So
nope.
It'll be interesting to see how this sets up. And I completely agree with you, Daniel. I do think Trey. Do you think Trey goes on the pup, or do you think they just play him?
That is so. I tell you, it's all going to come down to that week of practice. If he does not play, if he's not
practicing,
he is on the pup. He is on the pup 100%. If you do not see him practice, they are not going to take that chance. They're going to put him on the pup. By the way, why about how fast Cook looks? Yes,
he looks so smooth. Like he doesn't even look like
right, Mike.
Dalvin looks the same way when he runs. They don't even look like they're running hard.
Right. Yeah.
And he the way he can control his acceleration is just crazy.
I would say he's smooth. He's
once he adapts to the NFL,
and he'll get bigger.
Yeah, I told you. They're gonna definitely get. He's definitely gonna. Even Motor Singletary gain weight and gain muscle, so he's definitely gonna get bigger because it's the NFL. You got to. But I think eventually he's just gonna get grasped to the NFL because the NFL it'll slow down. You know how they say everything's fast at first. Eventually, everything will slow down for Cook. And once he gets used to the system, what they want him to do, he's going to be a problem. It's going to be a big time problem for defenses with this team.
Many weapons. So many weapons on this offense.
So Mikey, go ahead.
Yeah. So anyways, moving on. I'll get to the keys of the game at the end. Position battles this week, knowing that most of the starters probably won't play. I expect to see Elam and Benford out there and continue getting more reps.
Yep. Yep,
I
agree.
don't think we'll see Jackson. From the DN spots, I'm not expecting to see much of our starters. I think we'll see Epinesa, Basham, Shaq, and then a bunch of the other guys. They'll probably play early and then be done. I don't expect to see Groot, Vaughn, Oliver, or Daquan. I bet you it's just the second team.
Yeah.
RB, the running back. We probably won't see Singletary. I'm guessing we see Moss, a little bit of Cook to get him more run, and then a lot of Blackshear. And depending on if Duke is cut tomorrow or if he's there for the last game, on how much they go. And then wide receiver 6. I'm not expecting to see any of Davis or Diggs. I expect to see, or McKenzie. I expect to see a lot of Shakir and Hodgins and Gentry and Kumaro. I start to see a lot of those guys.
Yeah, I agree. Are we going to win our 11th in a row?
Oh yeah,
Mikey.
I think so.
God.
I do.
He's going back home to where he started, McDermott.
Yeah, it's Bean. McBean going back home.
Are we not? Like this year, they didn't do the joint practices, right?
No, we didn't do that this year.
No. Speaking of the Panthers, by the way, Mayfield
has
won the
job.
Won the job. That was quick. Can we talk about the 2018?
He's done.
Can we talk about the 2018 draft again?
Right.
How the players have panned out. Yikes.
The two quarterbacks that went in front of Josh are on the same team.
Oh man. And who knows how that goes? If Mayfield doesn't have a good couple 2-3 games, are the fans wanting to see Darnold again? It's going to be interesting.
Darnold didn't look bad in the preseason.
No, he looked okay.
No.
He looked okay.
He looked healthy.
He didn't look great, but he looked healthy. He looked okay. Yeah.
It'll be interesting. Do I think we win? I don't even care if we win. I'll go to my keys of the game. Ready?
Here we go.
Stay healthy. I don't give a crap about the score. Get in, get out, be healthy.
Yeah,
I think you see a lot of wasted time, like a lot of run, drag the time.
Oh yeah, and knock on wood, we've been healthy.
Yeah, but you're gonna see this game used a lot for those guys, end of the roster guys, the special teams guys. So you're gonna see the Kumaros and Sharan Neal still hasn't played yet either. Him and Taiwan Jones haven't played. I don't know if either one of them will play in this game either. But then you'll see those guys that are trying to make the team. That's what they're going to use this game for. Don't think we're going to not try to win this game because there's jobs on the line.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. I'm not risking it. And you got to remember, guys, we play on a Thursday, so we play a little earlier compared to most teams. So get these guys, out of there healthy, like Mikey said, get to practice, right, and prepare. Start preparing for the Rams because that opening game is right around the corner, guys. Around the corner.
My birthday.
Yeah. And by the way, good news, hopefully, right? Knock on wood again. The offensive line is a healthy offensive line going into the week 1.
Yeah.
Let's keep it that way. Please, guys.
Wrap all the starters up in bubble wrap. Mail them to LA. Have them be ready to go.
Right.
I don't need to see any of them this week.
Bro, we have not had a healthy offensive line, and God knows when to start week 1. I want to see the starting lineup week 1, what we're going to have the rest
And I don't even
season.
care if it's Quessenberry or Brown at this point. If Brown's not ready, don't rush him back.
Yeah, I'm good.
Because Quessenberry's looked just fine at right tackle.
Yeah, he definitely has. And he has experience. It's not like this is a young gun. It's not Chinuda.
He started on right. Tennessee's AFC Championship team.
100%.
He was the right tackle.
And he played well.
Yeah.
By the way, our backup center's not bad either, Mance.
Yeah, we got to see him last week.
Yeah, he wasn't bad. He really wasn't bad. Go ahead, DJ.
I say going into the week 1, I think we win. I think we win by 21 or more.
Damn, Stone coming with a heavy prediction already.
Whoa.
It's my. Hey, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be lucky even if I remember the game. It's my birthday.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I love the way too early predictions.
Yeah, I think we
start off going 20-0. So
I think we start off back and forth. The first 2 drives we score, they score. Then we score, they score, and then that's when we are like. Then our the coach is talking. I think that's when the defense locks them up because they seen two possessions of them, and I think that's what we just
All right, you know what? I'm going to give my way too early. 42-17 Buffalo wins. All right.
Yeah.
There it is.
It's crazy. Von's getting a ring. Von's getting a ring that night. I told everyone Von's getting a ring that night, and he's getting a win that night.
Hey, it's a way
he's
too
definitely
early
getting
prediction,
the-
Mikey. We can have these.
Okay, you want my too early prediction?
Yeah, you're way too early prediction. Go ahead. Don't give me no 13-10. I
30,
pick you right off.
35, 24 Buffalo.
Okay. That's not terrible. 24 points. I don't think 24, but that's all right.
They got a good offense.
I don't think they can repeat what they did.
We got a very good defense too, Mikey. Just saying.
I don't think, in my opinion, because they're not healthy over there in LA. I don't think they can redo what they did.
Okay.
To be ready, they're not ready. They're not ready for the Bills.
17.
Maybe in the middle of the season if we play them, maybe I think it'll be a little different. But in the fresh, they're not. A couple of their key guys.
You think they're gonna have the Super Bowl hangover?
Oh, definitely.
Everybody knows I score in the 40s. Mikey, you know this.
Every week. And I always pray Tommy's right.
Yeah. Every week is like 40 something. Hey, it's all good, man. So, Mikey, anything else, man?
No, so that let's wrap them all up in bubble wrap.
Oh yeah.
And get ready for week 1.
All right. Hey, guys, real quick. This Friday, me and Mikey will be going live, not at our normal time, though. We are going live at 10 o'clock. So right after the Buffalo Bills preseason game. So you'll get a little post-game show from us. So Friday Night Lights, tune in to Mafia Sports Report at 10 o'clock. We'll be on. And Fantasy Kingdom, when is that, Mikey, again? I keep forgetting the date.
September 3rd.
September 3rd. And then we also, I believe, September 4th is we do the AFC East Shakedown. It's coming up too, and NFL overtime. We got so much going on. I'm just gonna tweet it, guys.
Yeah.
Just tweet it. We got so much going on. But once again, thank you for tuning in. DJ Stone, any last thoughts, man, before we get out of here?
I want to say once again, it's a pleasure being on here. Pleasure meeting you guys. You guys are fantastic. For everyone else, and my fiance already knows, and I think she already emailed Liberty Mutual. If the Bills win the Super Bowl, I'm flipping over the car.
Attaboy.
I'm flipping the car over.
You gotta record that. Send it to me, man.
And I already got 4 Bills tattoos.
You need the Super Bowl one now.
This guy is a mega fan. I will say, if you show us the room real quick. You know what? Show us the room. Show us the room.
So we'll start off with we'll just start off with I'm Buffalo all the way. UB Bowl, went to UB, computer engineering, got the UB Bowl. It's nice. Buffalo. Go with the Buffalo Bills right here. You got this guy jumping through the Bills Mafia table.
Oh, nice.
Got the big buffalo across my chest. Love that. Here, let's start off like this. We'll start off with
I love fandom.
One of 4, Jim Kelly.
There we go.
Jim Kelly.
99-1 season.
We always got our rally towels.
Rally towel? I need one of those. Damn, I don't have a rally towel.
Oh, I
need a rally towel.
DM send me your post box. I got you. There's plenty of them.
Oh, okay.
You gotta have. These are just little essentials before the game. You got your little
guys in the chat. Where's your rally towels, man?
Your big. Here, we'll start off with.
Daniel Garris comes in. Them. Yeah, Daniel Garris comes in and says, "Flip your neighbor's car, not your own."
You gotta have that. I would say, and hopefully no one from the stadium is watching. I will say, and yes, on my bucket list before they call me up to wherever I gotta go next. I want to jump on the field. I want to one time run that field.
Do it.
I do.
Your season ticket holders, don't they have certain things that you can do, like promos where you can run around on the field?
Before and after, it's like a media thing, like a before and after. But I could tell
you want to do it. You want to do it during the game?
I do. Like we've seen that.
Don't do it until the very end because you get banned for life for doing that.
Well, so I go. I am a season ticket holder, but they're in my lady's name. So I'm not.
They'll still know you. They'll still know you.
No. I'll tell you why. Good buddy of mine that threw the dildo on the field, Tom Brady, right?
Dildo.
kicked them out, right?
Dildos, they call them dildos.
So they banned him for life, right?
Mhm.
Not saying name whoever's watched. So he still goes every game. They don't ID you at the gate. So how do they know who comes and goes?
Who knows? I don't
No,
know.
but yeah, that is on the bucket
if
list.
you're running on the field, I would definitely be.
No, hey, they're building a new stadium, so I'm banned from life from that stadium.
You're right.
So we
You're
got,
right.
you know, just the traditional Bills Mafia man cave. You know, I got thousands of things. You know, right behind us, like I said earlier in the beginning. In the beginning, you got Ryan Fitzpatrick signed.
The Fitzmagic one.
Always will be one of my favorites. Another guy quickly. Another guy that didn't work out, but I'm still close friends with him. Two good guys. EJ Manuel, loved the guy.
Loved EJ.
Yeah, he's
still close with
wrong.
them. If we had more time, I would give him a
Yeah.
buzz. Another guy, John Miller. Me and him are still close.
Love John.
Lyman.
Yeah, John Miller and his brother's actually in here. I just got off the phone with Johnny, his younger brother. They're watching. Shout out to you guys. Yeah, still close with John and Williams. Williams, Yarborough.
Eddie Yarbo. Yeah.
Them all the guys. Like I built the relationship like through with Drip and the barbershop and seeing Ed coming in. We're in the morning times 9, 10 a.m. every 2 weeks. I'll see him with his big truck. We're in there, just shooting this most of it's basketball. He doesn't want to talk about football. Yeah. He wants to talk about other than, and it's just that place has been Shady McCoy, and another good friend through us.
Love Shady.
He always still comes back and hey, when are we having a cookout, or hey, what are we doing next? Because those guys are missed guys, and always would be like it's cool to just like if I gotta hey yo, how's it going? It didn't work out here, but it will always like high school friends. I said, Foster that plays for the Chiefs. He's doing amazing. He's now going to be a starter for the Chiefs finally. Instead of backing up, he's starting this year. You got a couple of my UB friends.
That's awesome. And one thing about the Bills Mafia is if you're a player, once you're in for life. Unless you pull a Feliciano.
You don't do a Feliciano. You don't do something else.
Who would have known that Fitzpatrick would have did that this past year with his shirt off in the stadium, in the snow?
Man. Hey, but that is I think that didn't surprise me because Fitzpatrick is because he's crazy.
He's an animal. He's an animal.
Yeah, that dude.
He does like to drink. I'm ready. I think if we do win, I think you see Josh going through a table.
Oh, absolutely. He already said it.
Yeah.
Sure he will. Yeah, I'm
so.
sure. I'm sure they'll be.
I will tell you something. If we win it, I'm flying back there for the parade.
Okay.
Oh, I am too.
I got plenty
Mike
of room,
will be
guys.
there.
You guys could.
100%.
I'm in. There's only me and my lady and the 2 dogs. So hey, there's plenty of room, you guys. There's plenty of rooms upstairs.
We gotta have you on again, man. You were an awesome guest, Stone. Matter of fact, we'll talk after the show. I think. Damn, you talk. Like as much as me, so I definitely we'll talk.
Always. It's always a pleasure and blast. And if you guys ever want to come, listen, my lady doesn't go to all the games because she's one that loves TV. She doesn't like the large crowd. You guys ever want to come in town? My treat to you guys. I'll take you to the game. You guys, I have plenty of room, so it's not gonna. I'll take you guys. Just DM me. You guys want to get away for the weekend from family or whatever? It's my treat. I'll take you, and I'll let you guys try the real buffalo wings.
Right? The real buffalo wings.
All right.
All right, guys, stick around when we end here. Stick around.
Thank you guys so much for having me.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, guys. Hey, Mike, what time is it?
Cheers.
What time is it?
It's time for the best closing outro in the business.
All right, man. Here we go. Go Bills! Woo! The Bills make me want to shout. Go Bills, man. Peace out, guys. Peace.